In the desolate expanse of the Arctic, where the biting winds howl like lost souls, a polar bear roams, its majestic white fur now marred by a grotesque sight. A horrific wound, resembling a gaping maw, festers on its flank, a testament to a bizarre and tragic encounter with nature's most industrious creatures, bees. Yes, you heard that right, bees? These tiny buzzing insects, often associated with the sweetness of honey and the beauty of blooming flowers, have turned into a nightmarish infestation for this once mighty predator. As we delve deeper into this unsettling scenario, prepare yourself for a journey that intertwines the marvels and horrors of the natural world. The polar bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, now finds itself in a battle for survival against an unexpected foe. The wound, a result of a beehive that has taken root in the bear's skin, is not just a simple injury. It is a grotesque amalgamation of flesh and buzzing chaos. The bees, driven by instinct to protect their hive, have unleashed a swarm of stings, embedding their venom into the bear's flesh. This venom, while a defense mechanism for the bees, has turned the bear's body into a canvas of agony, swelling and festering as the infection takes hold. The sight is both shocking and tragic, a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. As we explore the phenomenon of bee infestations in larger mammals, it becomes clear that this is not an isolated incident. The polar bear's plight is a reflection of a broader ecological imbalance, one that has been exacerbated by human activity. Climate. In the desolate expanse of the Arctic, where the biting cold reigns supreme and the sun barely graces the horizon, a haunting sight emerges from the shimmering ice. A polar bear, the majestic ruler of this frozen realm, limps through the snow, its once pristine white fur now marred by a horrific honeycomb wound. This grotesque injury, a gaping maw of flesh and sinew, reveals the raw brutality of survival in a world where nature is both beautiful and merciless. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is confronted with the stark reality of this creature's plight, a visceral reminder of the harshness of life in the wild. The wound, a result of a fierce battle or perhaps a cruel encounter with jagged ice, is not merely a physical scar. It is a testament to the relentless struggle for existence in an unforgiving environment. But the horror does not end there. Clinging to the bear's wounded flesh are barnacles, those unassuming marine creatures that have found an unlikely home on this land-dwelling giant. These crustaceans, typically associated with the rocky shores in the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down and the air is thick with the scent of earth and life, a chilling scene unfolds. A leopard, the epitome of grace and power, now bears a horrific wound, a gaping, festering hole in its side, a gruesome testament to a battle not with another predator, but with a swarm of bees. This is not just any injury, it is a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side, where beauty and brutality coexist in a delicate balance. As we delve into this unsettling tale, prepare yourself for a journey into the macabre, where the line between life and death blurs, and the natural world reveals its most shocking truths. The leopard, once a majestic creature prowling the plains with stealth and elegance, now struggles under the weight of its affliction. The wound, a hive of chaos, is not merely a puncture. It is a grotesque amalgamation of flesh and fury, where the buzzing remnants of a bee colony have taken up residence. The bees, driven by instinct to protect their home, have turned this regal predator into a canvas of suffering. Their stings, sharp and venomous, have left the leopard in a state of agony, its once proud coat now matted with blood, and the remnants of its attackers. The sight is enough to make even the most hardened observer recoil in horror. As we examine this wound more closely, we find ourselves confronted with the unsettling reality of bee infestation. The bees, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have invaded the leopard's body, creating a hive that thrives on the very essence of its host. This grotesque symbiosis is a stark reminder of nature's indifference. The leopard, a top predator, is now reduced to a mere vessel for the survival of another species. The buzzing sound that fills the air is not just a backdrop. It is a haunting symphony of life and death, a reminder that in the wild, the rules of engagement are often brutal and unforgiving. The infestation itself is a marvel of nature's design, albeit a horrifying one. Bees, with their intricate social structures and relentless work ethic, have found a way to exploit the vulnerabilities of this powerful creature. They burrow into the flesh, creating a network of tunnels that serve as both a home and a source of sustenance. The leopard's body, once a fortress, has become a breeding ground for these tiny marauders. The juxtaposition of the leopard's strength against the fragility of its situation is a poignant reminder of the harsh realities of survival in the wild. As we delve deeper into the science of this infestation, we uncover the mechanisms at play. The bees, driven by pheromones and instinct, have established a colony within the leopard, feeding on its flesh and fluids. This grotesque relationship is not without consequences. The leopard's immune system, once a formidable defense, is now overwhelmed. The wound festers, becoming a breeding ground for bacteria, further complicating the already dire situation. The leopard, once a symbol of power, is now a victim of its own environment, a casualty of the intricate web of life that binds all creatures together. But what does this dark tale of a leopard and its bee infestation teach us about the world we inhabit? It serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings, a lesson that is often lost in the hustle and bustle of human existence. We too are part of this intricate web, and our actions have consequences that ripple through the fabric of nature. The bees, in their quest for survival, have turned a majestic predator into a grotesque spectacle, highlighting the fragility of life and the often unseen battles that rage around us. In a world where humans often see themselves as separate from nature, this story serves as a chilling reminder that we are all intertwined. The leopard's suffering is not just a tragedy for the animal kingdom. It is a reflection of our own struggles, our own vulnerabilities. As we marvel at the beauty of the natural world, we must also confront its darker aspects, acknowledging that life is not always a graceful dance, but often a brutal struggle for survival. And as we conclude this unsettling tale, one can't help but chuckle at the irony of it all. Here we have a creature known for its stealth and ferocity, brought low by a swarm of tiny insects. It seems that even the mightiest among us can fall victim to the most unexpected foes. So, the next time you swat away a bee, remember the leopard and its horrific wound. Perhaps it's best to leave the buzzing little creatures alone. After all, you never know when they might decide to take a bite out of your pride. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow, a scene unfolds that is both captivating and grotesque. A majestic horse, once a symbol of grace and power, now stands in stark contrast to its former glory. Its coat, usually a shimmering tapestry of colors, is marred by a horrific wound, a gaping, festering cavity that tells a tale of nature's darker side. This is not just any injury. It is the result of a bee infestation, a phenomenon that, while rare, can lead to unimaginable suffering for the unsuspecting creature. As we delve deeper into this unsettling narrative, prepare yourself for a journey that intertwines the beauty of nature with its more sinister aspects. The horse, a creature that has galloped through history as a companion to humankind, now finds itself at the mercy of a swarm of bees. These tiny, seemingly innocuous insects, known for their role in pollination and honey production, can become a nightmare when they invade the delicate skin of a horse. The infestation begins innocently enough, with a few curious bees drawn to the horse's sweat or the scent of its skin. But what starts as a minor annoyance can quickly escalate into a full-blown assault. Lieutenant, the bees, in their quest to defend their hive, unleash a barrage of stings, injecting venom that causes intense pain and inflammation. The horse, unable to comprehend the source of its suffering, may thrash about in panic, exacerbating the damage to its own flesh. As the infestation progresses, the wound becomes a grotesque spectacle. The skin around the sting swells, turning a ghastly shade of red, while pus oozes from the punctured flesh, creating a foul odor that hangs in the air like a dark cloud. The once proud animal now resembles a tortured soul, its eyes wide with fear and confusion. The bees, relentless in their pursuit, continue to swarm, drawn to the scent of the injury, creating a vicious cycle of pain and suffering. Each sting is a